Hello, my fellow human, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this channel. Truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should this message happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find everything you need in the description box, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member of the channel. With that being said, today I had a channel message so strong coming in. It is a message from your past life through Hecate. So there's a lot of healing that's coming in from a past life situation. We're going to find out more about that. I'm using the Goddess, Gods, and Guardians Oracle deck by Sophia Brashford, if you're wondering. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. So Hecate, what is the past life healing message you have for my fellow humans today? Okay, so we've got Star Maiden flipping over with Rest. I do feel like there's another message that wants to come through. So we're going to get that. What else would you like to say, Hecate? What is the other message here? Okay, that's the one. All right. What is the past life healing message for my fellow humans today, Hecate? What would you like to share with them? What is the past life healing message for my fellow humans today that you would like to share with them? Okay, so we've got the 9th house, Gemini energy, and the moon. Definitely having to do with how you feel about the things that you put your time, effort, and energy towards, and how you communicate those things out into this realm. Okay, I might have to turn on the light over here. There we go. Yeah, so this could be, and maybe you're doing law, you could be doing travel, you could be divining, spiritual journey, whatever it is that you're learning. This is about what you're putting your time towards learning. Higher education, dreams, ethics, your culture, language. This has to do with that learning, and it feels like how you're communicating this out into the world. There's definitely some trepidations here. This has been something you've been interested in multiple lifetimes, okay? So it's like, this is not just a one and done thing. It wasn't just randomly brought forth in this life that like suddenly this is the only life that it came into and that's why I'm scared. Like, no, it feels like you were actually criticized in a past life because of this, or you could have been ostracized, you could have been exiled because of this, you could have even as far as death from this. Whatever the situation is like, feels like your name had a stain on it because of this, and that's where fear comes from. It makes you feel uneasy, right? It makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Like, there's a lot of hidden emotions tied to it, and it's like, I know that I want to do this, but also there's habits of self-sabotage that keep coming up for you. And it's like you're doing your best to really nurture yourself right now and to follow your intuition. But also there's a sense of privacy that's coming through here. It's like, I can't share this. Like, I have to be super private about this. I can't communicate this to the world. And she's mentioning that that's the dualistic nature of this. That's why it's past life karma, it's past life trauma, it's past life baggage. So this is a part of your south node. And part of stepping up into your north node is being freer with your communication on this, being brave to share this out there. Of course, it's not going to come in one go. Okay, this is just about, where can you start talking about this? Just slightly talking about it and opening up to people, like, hey, I am a tarot reader, or hey, I really believe in the universe and not really the whole religious structure, or hey, I'm studying as a lawyer or a paralegal, but I'm not here to give any free advice, but I really enjoy this. Like, tell me your thoughts on some case that you might be interested in or something like that, like from the past, It's like, I want to talk about these things, but I feel very scared because I feel like people don't understand where I'm coming from. And Hecate is saying, like, it's It's okay, like, especially with the Star Maiden coming out, you can rest easy now. There's nothing like that's going to happen in this lifetime. I mean, really, in this life, the worst that's going to happen to us is people are going to talk about us or talk to us or try to shoot us down or something like that. And ultimately, that's not really the worst that could happen to us, right? When maybe in a prior life, you actually lost your life because of this. Like, if you're a witch or a warlock, you know, like, or if you practice casting spells or something like that, like, getting caught doing that in a past life could have been very detrimental to your overall well-being, health, and life overall. So let's see what else comes out from Hecate. Hecate, what is your message of past life healing for my fellow humans today? Okay, thank you. Yeah, it feels like there's just, I don't want to be different. Like, I want to feel like I belong, but I also don't feel like I belong. Like, there's nothing that makes you want to actually do the things that quote unquote normal people do. And that's what it feels like. But it's also, I don't want to feel like I stand out like a sore thumb, but knowing that you don't fit in with all those people, knowing that you don't fit in with all those situations. And so it's like, you know, I don't want to feel like I'm different, but you are different. Yeah, the World on the bottom. Yeah, this is a completion for you. It's like feeling freedom to express this in this lifetime is closing out the cycle and all the past life trauma that was brought on from this. So this is literally about you letting go of the South Node energy and stepping into the North Node. That's exactly what this feels like. Having a sense of stability in who you are, being open to being vulnerable, and freeing yourself from the baggage and the fear of not belonging just because this is who you are, because this is a part of your journey, right? We have the Devil in the reverse. Yeah. And the 9 of Wands. It's something you're really passionate about and you put a lot of time and energy and effort into, but there's also this fear that's coming through. It's like, I don't want to start over. But I also feel like, you know, there's a lot of injustice around me being in this energy or me having this, right? Feeling like it's dark and forbidden. And that I could be exploited at any moment. And thinking that it might even be senseless. Like, am I being senseless doing this even though I feel really drawn to it? And I feel like this is also, you're really attached to something that's unhealthy for you. I apologize, my battery is dying. I'm going to do my best to get through this. Okay, it's like feeling very, very attached to something that's incredibly unhealthy for you. It's very toxic for you here. And realizing that's just a thought process that's coming from that past life baggage. Like, it's just something that's following you through in this life, right? And it's like letting go of that difficulty. It's not too hard to overcome. And I know you don't want to start over again, but it's like there's this energy coming through where it's like for so long you've been giving up your pursuits to avoid conflict with people, or you've been giving up what you desire to do because people don't understand what it is that you want to do, and they're saying like that's got to stop. That's about you healing yourself and saying like I have a right to be seen exactly as I am. Just because the people around you don't understand it doesn't mean that the whole world doesn't understand it. There are people out there in the world who feel, think, and express very similar to the way that you do. Yeah, it just feels like there's an interruption. Like every time you feel like you're doing good, like someone interrupts you or someone is like trying to convince you that what you want is no good. But that's not the truth. If it works, you know, that's the thing. There is no right or wrong in life. There's only right or wrong for you. And just because something's right for you doesn't mean that because it's wrong for another person, they have the right to convince you that it's also wrong for you. But that's kind of this misunderstanding that we have. It's like, if it's wrong for me, I have to convince this other person that it's also wrong for them. But it's not, because that might be right for them. We have Saturn flipping over here, feeling restricted, experiencing struggle, learning hard work and patience. Yeah, so this is a part of your tough love assignment. This is about you overcoming something that in the past maybe it wasn't hard for you. Maybe it was very easy for you to do and to get far ahead on like your spells or divination or learning the law or learning something new or even traveling. Like it was all easy for you to get ahead in. And now you're experiencing struggle with it. But the reason you're experiencing struggle with it is to let go of the past life karma that's attached to it. Not that you did anything wrong. It's just the fears that came through based on a prior life. Then we have house 3 with Gemini energy, right? Early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. So this was also irritated. This wound was also triggered and irritated again when you were young. And it exacerbated that feeling like, I don't have a right to feel this way. I don't have a right to belong. Like, I'm weird, but I also don't want to be the same as everyone else. So right now, it's all about you finding your self-worth again and your value and finding security in that and realizing that when you do, that's when you're going to start seeing material possessions. That's when you're going to start seeing money rolling in. That's when you're actually going to be making money from this unique thing that you're doing. So I keep coming back to spells because that's what it feels like, but it doesn't have to be spells. It could be anything, right? It could just be, you know, like if you're wanting to be a lawyer or a paralegal, it's like finally getting to that next level where you're going to be having cases. And that's what it feels like, okay? So let's see here. What else would you like to say, Hecate? Past life healing. And this is not easy. Like this, going through this is not easy. And like in no way, shape, or form is she saying, oh, just get over it. It should be easy to deal with. Like, no, that's why it's a struggle. Like it's a struggle for a reason. But it also means that the minute that you overcome this fear and the minute that you choose yourself, it's like going to feel so freeing and you're never going to take it for granted because you're going to be like, I did that. Like I overcame that and I healed myself in that way. Unleash the wild within with She-Wolf. Yeah, let yourself be seen. Howl at the moon. Be weird. Who cares? I'd rather be weird in a normal world than to be normal in a weird world. Wouldn't you? I mean, I'm just saying. Whoa. Because I feel like right now everybody's being normal in a weird world. We have affairs here, mistress, third party. So I feel like this is pointing at there's been a lot of third party at play in this. There's been a lot of people who've had something to tell you, right? Like just because it goes against their beliefs or because they don't believe in what you believe or because they don't see life the same way you do, then that makes them right. But that's not correct at all, right? That is saying that like what's right for you isn't right for me. And it's okay to disagree, right? But why do we have to bring people down? Why do we have to basically punch people in the proverbial emotional gut just because they don't believe something that we believe? Like that's absolutely ridiculous. And it's like, it only creates more hate and resentment in the world. And so it feels like that's something that you've gone through for just being you. And that's what Source is saying, and that's what Hecate is saying here. It's like, this is the healing that you're getting through. It's like recognizing that just because you don't believe the way that I believe, that doesn't mean that I have to take on your BS. And that doesn't mean that I have to feel bad about myself because you're not willing to budge and just see that people have differing opinions, views, and ideas about what this world is, right? That's your business, and that doesn't have anything to do with me. And I'm not going to let it affect me. And that's the strength that you're going to get from doing this. Like, law. Wow, we have law coming out. Okay, so maybe you're a different type of lawyer or you're doing things from a more progressive mindset, right? So we have judge, lawyer, and police. Yeah. And I feel like that, oh, that is so telling here. I kept feeling law coming through like so strong. And so you could definitely be studying to be a lawyer. And this is you healing from that past, like being judged for having such progressive feelings about the world and progressive ideas, okay? Look for, investigate, explore, and search. And I feel like you're always asking, you know, for confirmation. I feel like you're always getting clarity from source. I feel like there's a lot that's coming in that's like, this really feels like the road that I'm supposed to be on. And that's what Hecate is saying, like your past life healing is choosing the road that feels right for you and not the road that everybody thinks that you should be walking on. Right? And that's hard in a world where everybody has opinions about who we should be and what we should be doing. But the most rebellious thing that you can do is choose yourself. Look, we've got 111 on the bottom with high vibes, change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, and high vibes. Work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your near ones, and you will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. So choosing yourself is so vital here. So vital. I want to get one more of these and then we'll go ahead and take a look at your cards. Let's get, okay, yeah, so right off the bat, flying out, Rosmerta and abundance. We have abundance and wealth are now flowing towards you. Prepare to be receptive at every level in order to receive all that awaits you. So you have so much abundance that's coming to you, but you have to choose this road for yourself that's a higher aligned version of your road. It doesn't mean it has to work for everybody. We have Mother Earth and Vita. All things are interconnected. Feel the deep peace and sense of connection that results from this knowledge. So even people that disconnect or that are disconnected, there's still a sense of us all being connected to one another. We're all on this journey together. None of us get out of this journey without feeling as very human as we do, right? But it's also that reminder that for those of us that are empaths, we understand we don't want to make another person feel like that. But if someone else is making us feel that way, that's their choice. That's their free will. It's not for us to try to change them. It's just for us to recognize that doesn't vibe with us and it's okay for us to move on, right? Higher vibes. Like, you're in a higher vibration. Don't let someone else bring you down just because they can't understand where you're coming from. It's their problem to deal with, not yours. So we have 2020 with self-realization, moderation, patience, flowing, self-realization, manifestation, gateway, and taking action. You're in for a lucky break. It may come as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You'll find yourself in the right place at the right time. It's not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Yes, I love this. And then we have 0330, sudden challenges, divine intervention, sudden challenges, pleasant surprises, gut feeling. Ay. This number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you most. It's possible that something could rock your boat, but you'll end up exactly where you belong, which could be in somebody's arms, your dream job, or abroad, etc. And we were talking about traveling too, so this is exactly what you're meant to be doing. You have to choose that, though. That's your free will, is to choose what works for you. And then we also have, yes, thank you, Hecate, for bringing this in. We have Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. You could also be working closely with Archangel Raphael, or he could be one of your go-tos. We have the Caduceus here, and also with the wand suit in the tarot, talking about taking action, okay? Healing of the heart as well. Okay, so we're going to read these both from the book. Let's take a look at Star Maiden first. With rest. Okay. All right. Recovery and renewal. Pause in the journey. The message is simple. You need to slow down. Star Maiden wraps her starry cloak around your tense shoulders, giving you permission to allow the regenerative act of being a much needed respite from constant doing. The peace after the storm has finally arrived. The worst is over. You've done the hardest part. Whatever trials or turmoil you've endured, Star Maiden assures you that they're behind you now. Your nervous system may be on high alert, though, expecting the worst or staying vigilant just in case something else difficult befalls you. If you've been through an illness or emotional trauma, there may be echoes of your experience still active in your cells. Gaze at the Star Maiden and let her calm your frazzled nerves. With the twinkle of starlight, she whisks away your best laid plans and to-do lists and whispers, now rest. Okay, coming into this period of rest is so vital for you at this time. Knowing you've done the work. Also, again, coming back to that place, honoring your emotions and knowing where you're at right now. And then we've also got Butterfly Maiden. Beautiful change. Awesome. I love this for you. All right, so Butterfly Maiden says, if I can find her, Avalon, Baba Yaga, Brigid, Butterfly Maiden. Keep your thoughts positive. Rejuvenation is in the air, right? Rest and rejuvenate. Rejuvenation is in the air. It says, Butterfly Maiden comes to uplift you today. She sees you might be getting stuck in persistent negative thoughts. Maybe you're thinking that nothing will ever change for the better. Perhaps you've been through challenges and this has taken its toll on your mental, emotional, and physical health. Butterfly Maiden offers you one of her many colorful butterflies and says, can you imagine yourself as this beautiful butterfly? What color are its wings? This is a healing color that will renew your dampened spirit. You've been cocooned or even stuck, but now's the time to expect a glorious change. By consciously choosing positive thoughts, you can renew your outlook and draw in good energy. Keep focused on how you want to feel, what you'd love to experience, and believe it can be so. There's a need for change and renewal in your life, pure and simple. Maybe you'd love a new job or refreshed decor in your home, perhaps a change in scenery, a new hobby, or a revitalized social life. It could be an overhaul of your entire set of circumstances that's on the horizon. See the butterfly I've sent you as a symbol of metamorphosis and fresh experiences. You're approaching a time of wondrous change. Embrace it with open wings. Yes, I love that, right? Overcoming these challenges. Things are shifting for you in a very positive way. And that's really beautiful, okay? This is such a beautiful message. And I just wanted to go over here to Hecate from this book. And just as a reminder of who she is, in case you're wondering. Okay. She says, it is safe to speak. Set your inner witch free. Hecate, or Hecate, or Hecate, I don't know, I guess I'm saying her name wrong. Origins lie in Neolithic goddess cultures throughout Turkey, Bulgaria, and North Africa. The ancient Greeks, she was a sorceress, queen of the underworld, and guardian of the crossroads. On the night of the new moon, food would be left for Hecate at the intersections of three roads, the Trivia. Her symbols are the black crow, a cauldron of light, a key, a dagger, and a rope. Okay, and she says, when the Queen of Witches shows up, it's highly significant you're ready to confront, work through, and permanently heal age-old soul trauma arising from the historic persecution of feminine healers of any gender. You previously lived through events such as the witch hunts of the European Middle Ages, and it's left painful scars. You have wondrous spiritual